So let me give you my opinion on some of these routines that you may hear. It could be on social media or read a book, hear something on TV or from a friend, a relative, or someone of success. And it didn't happen with me like this, so I want to just talk about my opinion on this. They say, well, if you do this morning routine and you do all this, millions of dollars are going to come into your life. That's how you're receiving that information, saying, okay, Bobby, if you do this, you do that, all day, okay. And Bobby was sitting there waiting for the millions. It never came because I fooled myself. I thought that was the trick, the hack. But the real fundamental success, you have to be willing to want so much more than anything else, more than anybody around you. You have to be so passionate and obsessed about it that it organically develops itself. See, you have the power within yourself to really figure out, if you read my book or you listen to the audio Upsiders, what the frig you want. What do you really want? You got to really spend a lot of time with yourself. And when I started doing that, yes, the millions did come. Yes, the hundreds of millions did come. Did it come? No. What I'm telling you, if you want to get there quicker than later, try not to do a copycat. There's no hack in the system. There's no hacking to become financially free, successful, making millions of dollars. It's within you, me. How bad do I want it? When you want it so bad, organically, your routine will develop. It's called discipline, consistency. You fall out of that common box with maybe some friends and relatives. The conversations are different. They don't understand you because you're so driven now. Your lens is different. Organically, allow it to happen. And if it's not happening organically, you got to work on yourself. You really don't want it. You're really not obsessed. You're still justifying why you're not there. You're still justifying your excuses and procrastinations. The problem is you. Don't look on hacking the system. That's skipping the process. I was an expert at that, and I failed not one time, every friggin' time. I became very transparent with myself. I stopped lying to myself. What do you want, Bobby? And it's clear as day what needs to be done. I've been asked the question, not one time, a few times. Bobby, right before you did your final exit for that $1 billion exit, and that was in 2019, what was your day like? My day was completely driven with a lot of obsession. I wanted to make other people successful within the company. If you're in sales, I want you to knock it out of the park. I am so focused on you. I know your kids' names. I know your spouse's names. I know what you're going through, your challenges, your wants, needs, desires, your dreams, your goals. I am so checked into you because I have a vested interest into you. You're an asset. See, a liability is having somebody that's not buying into this success viewpoint. That's a liability. I created assets around me and I fertilize these assets. I inspire these assets. I train these assets. I show them how to communicate with other people, how to communicate with customers, how to really stay on topic, how to be very mindful with time, how to scale, how to become more efficient, more effective. I was so obsessed all day, every day. We had sales meetings, company meetings. It never constantly stopped. It was driv, meaning driven. We were just so driven. It was from 6 a.m. in the morning all the way to 10 o'clock at night. Well, Bobby, that's a lot. Well, you know what? I want a lot in life. In order to get a lot, you got to do a lot. You got to be effective. Remember, we only have 24 hours. I am very passionate with time. I want to try to attempt to get a day and a half, a solid 1.5 days out of one day. Most people, maybe just you, get maybe a half a day because a lot of the day is wasted energy. Cooler talk, social media, surfing. When you say you don't surf on social media, you're on Google, you're here, you're back and forth with these stupid texts, you're answering every phone call, you're just giving away your time. I refuse to do that. I want to invest my time. It was literally, guys, all day, every day, 6 a.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. from the beginning to the time I exit. Most people don't have that tolerance. It was taking care of ourselves healthy, it was networking, it was conferencing, constant meeting with leadership, constantly planning strategies, being accountable month over month for sales. It was non-stop. It was a lot of focus. Nothing else mattered. Matter of fact, guys, at the time I exited, I had no idea about this social media. I just became really acquainted with social media a month after I exited because I really had nothing else to do. My great son, Brandon, man, who's so much better than me, say, Dad, man, once you get on this social media, maybe you love inspiring people. You've inspired hundreds of people within the company you sold. There's people out there that can use your information. Well, here I am. But I was so focused, social media was not on my radar. TV was not on my radar. Gossip wasn't on my radar. Becoming wealthy and becoming successful, creating a legacy, doing something with my time became my focus. I wanted more in life. Now, a lot of people, just maybe you, well, Bobby, money's not everything. I agree. But why are you complaining about money? Why are you complaining you don't have enough money? Why can you're complaining that you can't take a vacation? You can't send your kids to private school. I can't afford that. It's about money. It's a revenue issue. So money is important. Without money, the struggle becomes really tough. So don't say money's not everything. Right now, money is a lot of everything because you're jammed up. Until you face that reality and you become accountable, saying, stop your coward cop-out, quitting, justifying why I have no money, and you're always coming up with a great excuse. You're so good at it that you're an expert at it now. Understand you're addicted to that behavior just like someone else that's smoking crack cocaine. There's no different. It's a habit. Alcoholism, taking drugs, gambling, whatever it is. It's an addiction. You could be addicted to justifying your bull crap of why you're losing, why you don't feel of worth, why you're this close to depression, why you're not have moved the needle. I can't believe I'm still stuck in the same freaking place I was 5 years ago. I keep claiming, I keep doing this, doing that. I'm also going to say I'm going to lose 25 pounds. I'm 25 pounds heavier. I started, I quitted, I go to the workout. I'm quitting on everything, and that's called settling. And if you're settling, you're quitting. If you're accepting average, you're quitting. How I broke my habits, and my habits means my mindset, because you grow up in these generational patterns. You grow up thinking that it's okay to live month to month. This is okay. The only way it worked for me, I literally, in order to change Bobby, I had to really just be around different people to activate a different Bobby. See, I was amplifying what I was around. I removed myself. I was so extreme and so intentional for change. I knew I had to change me. I changed my zip code. Think about it. If you change your zip code, you're moving to another city. We moved to another city that I didn't know anybody. Well, guess what? Within 24 hours, you start meeting people at the grocery store, taking your kids to school, whatever the case may be, as long as you activate life. Hey, good morning, Bobby. How are you? Guess what? New people come in, new information, new ways. Oh my God, they do this for a living. Oh my gosh, they're making this kind of money there. It was so exciting, stimulating for me that I became obsessed about constant change, because I realized in order to grow in life, you got to be constantly changing. If not, you're not going to outgrow the current stage. So if you have a hard time right now, and it could be you, and I hope you admit it, you're having a hard time changing the way you think, changing the way you behave, changing the way you think about money, or how you have a relationship with money. Why are you still stuck? You have to be very intentional. Maybe you should change. Say, for example, you live in Miami, move to Orlando. How serious are you? Because you haven't changed for the last 5 years. Chances are you're not going to change for the next 5 years, because you're in an ecosystem that is all you know. Remove yourself and go to another city. Do it sooner than later. Now, I was that extreme, and I would challenge you to really consider to be that extreme. If you really want a better life for your children, for your legacy, you deserve it. Why aren't you activating it?